morning, everybody. This is live. I had to, two things. Apologize for being late and blame it on my wife. It's her birthday Sunday. She turned XX. I can't tell you her age. It might get me in trouble. But we went on a little mini vacation and behind all the challenges that we was going through. So I was moving a little slow this morning. But I'm here, I'm back to service you at 3807 East 8 Mile between Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7. And if you have any questions, you can always call us directly at the store at 586-757-DIET. Or you can call me on the cell 313-600-8532. Or the old number we've had for 20-something years, 366-DIET. One of the things I want to bring to you, which is a lot of folks know about, but some things you just have to continue to bring, and that is Coca-Cola was caught undermining public health initiatives. And this, one of the biggest beverage industries in the world, don't pay attention to the science that let people know how harmful Coke is. They more interested in their bottom line than they are into our bodies. And I guess we are collateral damage to them. I shouldn't say we, I should say those who drink Coca-Cola and other sodas. So I thank God for you who have resisted or stopped drinking Coca-Cola and Pepsis and Pops altogether and switched over to drinking water or using lemon or lime in your water to quench your thirst. It's so detrimental. And the fact that they give this to children, they even advertise to children once you get 12. Or I think they may have switched lately to 16. Okay, but that is still extremely young. But kids do drink it, and even children under 12 drink Coca-Cola and Pepsi because they relate it to so much as in the commercials as having a fun drink. And that energy that it gives you is an addictive drug. And they use a lot of the same tactics that they use for cigarettes to get people to go and put something in their God-given body that God didn't design to work. Matter of fact, Coke was a tonic, not to be taken internally. But I know I've heard and read how stories out there, 38 states use Coca-Cola to clean up a bloody accident, and or to clean off their engines. Okay, because it dissolves acid so good. They say if you want to clean off the pulse in your battery, you pour some Coca-Cola or Pepsi over because it's so acidic, it just eat that corrosion right on up. You just have to pour some water on after that because it be, the sticky from the sugar. Um, Another thing to prove how acidic it is that you can put a nail in the Coca-Cola, and in 7 days, it would completely dissolve that nail. Or people, I've heard stories saying that you can soak a Coca-Cola, soak a steak in a Coca-Cola solution in either 1 day or 2 day. That steak will be totally dissolved because of the acidity of the Coke. And and pops in general. And other stories I've heard, um, Dr. Wallach, not Wallach, but McCullough have put together um a lot of information over the years. And this one article here talks about Coca-Cola caught undermining public health initiatives. Good morning. We're live at WHPR. This is Mikael from Healthwise Enterprise, the health food store that's located at 3807 East 8 Mile Road between Ryan and DeQuinder, about 3 blocks west of Ryan, but some people say we're between Taco Bell and Long John Silver. We're there to service you from 10 to 7, Monday through Saturday. And you can always give us a call directly at the store at 586-757-DIET. Again, that's 586-757-DIET. Our first number still works, which is 366-DIET. And then if you want to share some information with me, you can always call me on my cell at 313-600-8532. I was asked to talk about joints, and then I ran across this article that talks about back pain. And in the article, it talks about over 1/3 of Americans suffer from lower back pain. And me personally, I remember when we first got the conjuring water machines when we was in the basement, and we was carrying these 5-gallon jugs up, and they weighed 40 pounds apiece, and we was taking 2 of them up those 17 steps 6 days a week. Well, after about a year and a half, that started wearing out the cartilage in my 5th and 6th vertebrae. Of course, I didn't know that at the time. Until one night the pain hit me, and it was really, really tough. So I went to see one of my chiropractors, Dr. So over on East 8 Mile, Dr. Glass, Herman Glass. Did the x-ray, found out that's what the conditions was. Once I knew that, I knew I had to double up on my bone pack that Dr. Wallach had told us about and educated us on. And once I started doing that, within 3 or 4 days, all the pain was gone. And within a month, I had no more back pain, slightness or anything. But in that process, I found that one of the toughest areas to get nourishment to is in the lower back. So I did other research and I found this chiropractor in Illinois, and one of his techniques was to use a trampoline for 5 minutes a day. And I still do that to this day. And I have one at home, I have one at the office, and doing 5 minutes a day just really gets your whole body circulating. And if you taken the nourishments, which is what I do take, and that bone pack is about 6 things in it, and one of the main ones is being the Ultimate Classic, and the other one being the Ultimate Osteo FX. Well, they all main because they all work, and it has helped me tremendously. Then I ran across this article, and it even had more good information that I'd love to share with you. But I got a call. Yes, call. You got a question or comment?
Yes, good morning. First of all, I'd like to thank you and your staff at your establishment. You're always professional and very kind to people when we come and go. I'd like to add to the conversation about backaches. My back used to hurt so bad that I couldn't even walk or stand. But since I swim every day and do water aerobics exercise, I no longer have back pains, and my posture even has gained a lot. I used to slump over and now I can walk straight. So I think we need to add exercise to our body for circulation and aches and pains as well. Thank you for taking my call.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the words of encouragement. Um, that was beautiful. Um, but I guess you must be looking over my shoulder because that is one of the things to dealing with relieving lower back pain is exercise. And swimming is one of my favorite sports, along with biking. And um, in this report, they talk about this foundation exercise, which you can go on YouTube and it gives you. He explains about this. Takes about 4 minutes. I just haven't learned the technology to show it to you now, but I'm in training to be able to do just that. But it takes about 4 minutes of you exercising this foundation exercise. But you go on YouTube, he'll give you a lot of techniques, and it the when I looked at it today and practiced it today is it was working on strengthening the muscles, the skeletal muscles around your lower back, and the stronger they are, the more we're able to when we do our daily work. Um, the pain gets less and less. I believe that would be the philosophy because we want to get rid of pain, and so it's very important, I could say, to move that area. And the foundation exercises, I know swimming works, and I know the trampoline works. The foundation exercise is designed to work, on lower back pain. And Dr. McCullough, he used that and been using it for 20-something years, along with some other exercises. And he didn't know it at the time when he first started off, but he's into prevention. It's a whole lot easier to deal with conditions rather than wait till you get a condition and trying to get rid of it. Um, I've always exercised by either biking, swimming, or dancing, and of course some other ones too, but those are the ones that I really, really enjoy. Um, so, back pain may affect up to 103 million people in the United States, which is 2/3 of whom may decide not to get help or treatment. Recent research demonstrates spinal manipulation, commonly performed by physicians, therapists, chiropractor, and osteopaths, may reduce lower back pain and improve functions. Strategies to help you improve your posture during walking, standing, and sitting, as well as simply body weight exercises to integrate muscle movement and coordination, may also help prevent or reduce back pain. Um, the American Chiropractic Association, at any one time, nearly 31 million Americans suffer from lower back pain. In 2012, the American Physical Therapists Association surveyed and found more than 1/3 of adults are affected, but 2/3 of them choose not to seek treatment. They just deal with the pain. As the population of the U.S. Was nearly 313, it's our area code, 313 million at the time of the survey in 2012, an estimated 103 million were suffering lower back pains. And both nationally and state levels, estimates of the prevalence of lower back pain shows it is rising. On any given day, 2% of U.S. population is disabled by back pain. Um, Chronic back pain may occur consistently, or you may experience times of remission when the pain dissipates and you move about freely without discomfort. Chronic back pain, defined as being present for 12 weeks or more, occurred in approximately 20% of the people. Most cases of lower back pain related to a mechanical use. In other words, the pain is related to a muscular cellular conditions and not the results of underlying medical conditions such as kidney stones, cancer, arthritis, or fractures. I know they put that in there. Fortunately, many musculocellular issues may be successfully addressed without the use of the knife or surgery or drugs, dangerous drugs with harmful side effects. A recent study has demonstrated the average person experienced a 1 point reduction in lower back pain following spinal manipulation. The chiropractor, um, massages, the masseuse, the body adjustments can twist the body, work on the fibers, work on the muscles, and get the body back in alignment. Get the oxygen back into that painful area. Without that surgery and without those drugs, spinal manipulation may reduce lower back pain and improve function. The study, published in the Journal of American Medical Association, was a mega-analysis of 26 medical studies involving 1,700 patients with lower back pain between 2011 and 17 this year. The spine manipulation was performed by a variety of professionals, including chiropractor, physical therapists, osteopaths, and massage therapists. All those methods to me work because I've seen them work in different people. The results from this study demonstrated a modest improvement in pain following a spinal manipulation, which is approximately the same amount of pain relief as the over-the-counter pain relievers or non-inflammatory, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medication or NSAID, the drugs. Using those professional chiropractors and physical therapists and osteopaths and massage therapists give you just about the same amount of relief as the drugs without the harmful side effects. But for some reason, doctors say this push that knife and they push that drugs. But it's up to us to seek natural ways before we get way off into, that surgery. The research also found spinal manipulation had an effect on overall function. The average person reported greater ease and comfort in their day-to-day activities, such as walking, sleeping, and turning in bed. I remember one of the things that chiropractor told me when he laying in the bed is to put a pillow between my knees when I'm laying on my side. Okay, and it just helps me for a good night's sleep. Okay. Um, these results are not considered clinically meaningful improvements. Of course, the establishment is not going to say that. According to Dr. Wolf Manglain from the Oster Center for Integrative Medicine, yeah, right, they're not going to prove it because they'll take money from them. However, while these results appear to be modest in nature, it's important to recognize the results are an average and that the participants only underwent manipulation. In other words, they were not given any additional rehabilitative exercise designed to maintain functional movements of the spinal gain after manipulation or to reduce inflammation in the area of pain. They just did like a one-time environment just to show how reduce that pain that they were suffering in the back. Now our article gets into how you can do some things every day to strengthen the back so there's no pain without the drugs or the surgery. None of the studies found serious side effects from the treatment. Those four, no harmful side effects. Some patients did experience slight muscle stiffness or headaches following the adjustment. Dr. Richard Daniel, an internist and professor of effective-based medicine at the Oregon Health and Science University, wrote an accomplishing editorial saying, spinal manipulation therapy, SMT, is a controversial treatment option for lower back pain, perhaps in part because it's most frequently administered by chiropractors. See, and they just don't slice and dice. Chiropractic therapy is not widely accepted by some traditional healthcare practitioners. They don't look at them as doctors, even though they are doctors. This may be, at least in part, because some early practitioners of chiropractic care rejected the germ theory, immunization, and other scientific advances. I don't blame them. You know, heck, how many people done died from this? Um, Let me stop. Early traditional medical practitioners also rejected germ theory. Yes, I remember they wouldn't even wash their hands from going from one patient to another because they didn't believe in germ theory. So for them to diss chiropractic because they don't believe in that, it's time to get over that and help the people. Controversy may also be in part due to the fact that chiropractors often rely on nutrition, because food heals, and what's missing in the food is the vitamins, the minerals, the trace minerals, the fatty acids, the precursors, the enzymes, the live nutrients, and food heals. And the other thing that the chiropractors, rely on is exercise to elevate muscular cellular issues, to strengthen your body, rather than prescribing dangerous drugs will have this 200 to 500 harmful side effects, and surgery that may do more harm than good. At least the ones I've seen, this hold that they have on people is just tremendous. What causes the back pain? If you don't, during determining the cause of your back pain is as important as the treatment you choose. If you don't treat the underlying cause of the pain, it may simply return. One common cause is an imbalance of muscle contraction and stretching. The result from long hours of sitting at your job, commuting, and relaxing at home in the evening hours watching TV. Not using your muscles. They get stiff. Sitting shortens the isoplaza muscles that connect your bones in the lumbar region of your spine to the top of your femur. This may cause severe pain when standing, as the change in position pulls your lower back forward. Many end up going through medical procedures to, quote, fix this problem, or taking drugs for long periods of times. Pain can also be triggered by a simple activity of movement, such as bending over to pick up an object from the floor. However, this type of pain often originates in the prior months from poor posture, obesity, or poor physical conditions facilitated by inactivity. We all know, or maybe we don't, but when we pick up something heavy, it's important to bend your knees, to put that stress on your thighs rather than on your back. It makes such a big difference. I pick up 5-gallon jugs all the time, take them out the sink. I always bend my knees. And you can feel it. And I keep my knees bent until I lay it on the cart. And then biking and swimming helps strengthen the leg muscles, and you step putting less stress on the back. Each of these factors places stress on the lower back that it was not designed by God to withstand. Over time, like any other overused injury, the area becomes weakened and the muscles inflamed and triggering pain and discomfort. One way to help prevent lower back pain triggered by weak muscles or poor posture is to develop a firm abdominal muscles that act like a built-in corset holding your gut and stabilizing your spine and your discs. I remember my mom always told me to keep your back straight. And I remember Martin Luther King said, if you keep your back straight, can't nobody walk on your back. And it was just so, and I could say, so important to keep your back straight. And it also has other other connotations to it too. It's that you actually look better when your spine is straight, your chest is out. I guess they call it like in the military, where your chest is out, your back in. It just that's how your back it works. It curves. Somebody sent me this here. No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your abilities. But with the temptation, he will also provide the way to escape, that you may be able to endure it. That's I guess that how the temptation to not do something, I guess it's easier to not exercise than to exercise, but the end result is people being in pain. Our body is designed by God to use it. This last line here, one way to prevent lower back pain triggered by weak muscles or poor posture is to develop firm abdominal muscles that act like a built-in corset holding your gut and stabilizing your spine and discs. This is an effective method of treating the cause of lower back pain instead of just the symptoms of pain. Using drugs to mask pain or muscle relaxers to mask an inflammatory response will not change the cause, and it's likely you experience recurring pain. And that's so important. When people have pains and you take painkillers, and because you don't feel the pain, you keep on, you're liable to make that area even worse off, because God put into this mechanism, your nervous system, let you know, well, what you're doing right now may hurt you. And then if you take the pain pill and the muscle relaxer, you it's like driving down the street and the red light come on in your car, and you don't feel like looking at the red light, so you get your happy face and you stick it on that red light so you don't see it anymore. Well, you know what's going to happen to your car. You're going to end up, instead of getting an oil change, you're going to have to get an oil engine change. Instead of being, $5 or $10 or 20 or 30, it's going to end up costing you hundreds. It's the same thing with the pain indicators that God has put into us. It's time for a change. Spinal fusion is not the answer. That's that surgery where they just fuse everything together. Spinal fusion surgery rarely cures chronic back pain. Not saying it don't work, but in the past 15 years, the number of spinal fusion performed has exploded by nearly 600%. Oh, they is making tons of money on something that can easily be done without it. But I'm not a doctor, a lawyer, nutrition, or dietitian. I'm just reading the article. While the rate of success has actually plummeted in the past 15 years, the increase of spinal fusion, this operation, this surgery, has increased 600%. But the success rate has actually plummeted. They got less success. 600% more increase, 600% more money, but the patient is not getting what they pay for. Insurance reimbursement for procedures and the rising cost of surgery hardware has contributed to the financial growth. A case study in Florida demonstrated how the fees of this procedure grew from $47 million a year to $2 billion. Wow. Adjusted for inflation. 47 million. Wow. That's there. Originally, fusions were used to treat an unstable spine after a catastrophe accident that left the spine fractured. So patients were not bedridden for 2 months while the vertebrae healed. At some point in the 80s, the surgery was also used for degenerative disc disease. And it's interesting because they have cured arthritis in animals over 300 years ago with nutrition. Theo Ratliff, his joints in his knees, his cartilage was gone. It was bone to bone. He used this bone pack, these 6 different nutrients, and in 6 months to completely rebuild the cartilage, which the medical profession said can't be done. But they've been doing it for animals for 300 years. At some point in the 80s, the surgery was also used for degenerative disc disease to stabilize the area through a period of instability. Lower back pain associated with degenerative disc disease is also linked with excess stress on the spinal disc, resulting in tearing, a bulging, and pain. When you wear down that cartilage in that between the 5th and 6th vertebrae, they got the sciatic nerve going down your leg. Just painful. Triggers include excess weight, poor posture, and cigarette smoking. However, the eliminating motions in the area of chronic degeneration does not affect the original cause, and therefore you remain at risk for continuous damage to your spine. Wow. Dangers of using drugs to mask troubles. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. Traditional health practitioners are also quick to prescribe pain, medication, drugs, including NSAID and other um, ipo, opioids for chronic back pain. While the drugs may provide immediate pain relief, the effect is temporary and it doesn't promote the healing. You just don't feel it. But what's causing it in the first place is still going on. Unfortunately, the pain relief may tempt you to overexert inflamed muscles, and in some cases, you may suffer hyponausea or an increased sensitivity to the pain. Drugs and uh, opioids mask the pain, but do not address the cause of the problem, leaving you in worse shape than you before you start taking the drugs and the medication. While there's reasons to use a short-term course of medication in severe cases, the best form of treatment is to address the cause and change the way you use your body to affect a long-term improvement. It didn't happen overnight, so taking a drug to get rid of pain is not the methods. Moreover, drugs come with serious side effects, even those dispensed over the counter. The NSAID may increase your risk of heart attacks. These are drugs. May increase your risk of strokes. The drugs may increase other cardiovascular problems, as well as severe gastrointestinal bleeding from taking these pain pills, and increased blood pressure from taking the pain pills, and kidney damage. They don't have kidney damage in Africa. As significant as those side effects are, opioid prescription come at an even higher cost. Opioids, painkillers like oxycontin, commonly prescribed for back pains, are highly addictive and one of the most commonly abused prescribed drugs today. Oxycontin. And man, these folks ain't playing. So that's why we had to get serious, because they like parasites. They don't take days off. They give you got a back pain, you come to them with your guards down, and they give you an ibuprofen to deal with the pain, and then you are hooked like a addict. Oh boy, back pain has actually become one of the most back pains has actually become one of the primary triggers for the growing opioid addictive epidemic. The bottom line is that painkillers come with severe health risks, especially when combined with other medications, such as muscle relaxers and anti-seizure medications. Using pain medication also potentially sets up a vicious cycle during which you may overexert yourself while the pain is masked, causing more injury to inflamed muscles. Effective strategies to reduce back pain without the drugs. The effective strategy to reduce your risk of developing lower back pain or preventing further damage, all without using drugs. Your physician may recommend painkillers to dull the aches in your lower back, but without making permanent changes to the way you use your back, you'll likely get rid of the underlying problem. Spine manipulation has been a safe and effective practice for use for the past century. While it is an effective means of reducing pain in your lower back, a full evaluation and follow-up exercise may also help prevent lower back pain as you learn how to use your back and lower extremities properly, including lifting, walking, sitting, and standing. Even if you aren't currently experiencing back pain, I would advise you to consider the following treatment strategy to prevent an occurrence or, or reduce reoccurrence of lower back pain. Regular stretching that gets the oxygen into those muscles, into those areas of the body. He strongly advises you to engage in a regular stretching program. He has a favorite called Active Isolate Stretching, AIS, developed by Aaron Matz. It is completely different from a traditional type of stretching and is a great way to get flexibility back into your system. That's Active and Isolate, ISOLATE, stretching. The second one is to stop smoking, because smoking reduces blood flow to your lower back, increases the risk of disc degeneration. We just thought it would contribute to cancer. Optimize your vitamin D levels, 10,000 IUs a day. It'll help keep your muscles, including your spine, strong, because vitamins regulate the minerals. And that's one of the most minerals in our body is calcium. And vitamin D help regulates that calcium, but you got to get enough of it. And Oprah did a study with her group of scientists, and they said nobody reported a toxic level from taking 10,000 IUs of vitamin D3 per day. I think the government still has it at about 400 to 800, which is, of course, not enough. Maintaining optimal weight. Carrying extra weight, especially around your middle, like the colon. That's why we talk about that colon so much. And getting the poisons out of the colon. People call it the stomach, but they pointing to the colon. The stomach is underneath the ribs on the left-hand side, holds about 1 to 2 fists of food, whereas the average colon has 25 pounds of undigested fecal matter. When the poisons don't come out the colon, they seep back into the blood system, because the colon wall is like our skin, is porous, and it's contributing to the lower back pain in this report here. Carrying extra weight, especially around your middle, increases stress on the lower back and changes your center of gravity, and also changing your posture. Protect your back. You use the back muscles with most body movements. So it's important to protect your spine, especially while lifting. Do not bend forward to lift, but rather lower your body to the ground by bending your knees and your hips while keeping your back straight. Use the muscles in your thighs and hips to rise again, and holding the object close to your body to distribute the weight more evenly. Don't lift a heavy object above your shoulders level and avoid twisting your body while carrying a heavy object. Just turn your whole body around. Mind your posture. You also protect your back by using good muscle mechanisms to stand, sit, and walk and sleep. It may feel like it's secondary nature to perform these daily activities, but when done incorrectly, you may be increasing chronic stress to your lower back. I mean, 1/3 of the population is already dealing with this. The possibility is what happened to you is, it's easy to prevent. Practice proper posture while sitting and standing every hour. Pay attention to the consciously sucking in your belly and rotating your pelvis slightly up. At the same time, keep your head back with your ears over your shoulders and your shoulder blades pinched. This posture will keep your spine in proper alignment, and do this every hour while sitting and standing and holding muscles tight or several minutes. Stay hydrated. Water, water, water. Your muscles and spine disc depend on water to maintain good health and reduce inflammation. Water, water, water. Another major reason to drink water. Lower those high heels. I know they look sexy, but high heels may make a fashion statement, but you'll likely pay the price after a short time, as high heels put your hips and lower back into poor alignment, placing stress on your lower back. And switch positions. Maintained in place for long periods of time can increase the experience of stiffness in your muscles and reduce flexibility in your joints. Switch positions in your chair frequently. Check your posture and don't stay standing in one position for a very long time. Now, this highly effective treatment and prevention strategy is what they call foundation training. Is you can get the how to do it on YouTube. The name of it is called foundation training. Two highly effective means of preventing lower back pain are close related. Staying active and practicing interruptive sitting may help to improve muscle strength and coordination, reduce stiffness, and improve blood flow. Exercise and movements are two ends of the same spectrum. Exercise is important to raise your heart rate and improve muscle strength, while non-exercise movement is important for overall health. Both are also important to your back health. The benefits of exercising for 30 minutes or more each day may actually be counteractive by sitting for long periods of time. While you may not be able to avoid sitting at your desk or at work, it is important to make accommodations to improve your cardiovascular and musculocellular health. At this time, I do believe it's important to be standing as much as possible during the day. Consider a moderate desk at work where you can stand for 50 minutes and sit for 10 an hour instead of standing for 10 minutes and sitting for 50. Balance boards can increase the amount of work your muscles do and increase circulation while standing. The benefits of standing and walking as much as possible during the day using good posture cannot be overstated. In fact, using these strategies was actually how I eliminated my back pain. Okay? So, there is hope. There is hope. There is hope. Foundation training hits back pain where it starts. I am convinced that non-exercise movement or the way you move your body when doing everyday activity may be the most important component of exercise. Dr. Eric Goodman is an expert in structural biomechanisms. He developed foundation training. Again, his name is Eric Goodman. Based on the exercises that teach you how to optimize posture and reduce body pain. In this interview, he discussed the importance of body position to overall health. The secret to the program is simplicity. You don't need a gym or specialized equipment. By incorporating this series of powerful movements into your daily routine, you learn how to move better and use your body the way it was designed to be used. This reduces pain and discomfort and specifically reduce your risk of overuse injuries. A major contributor to back pain is sitting 8 to 10 hours every day. Walking with good posture can maximize the benefits of movement and is functional for optimum health. Using simple body weight exercise, you integrate muscle movement and elongate your core and posture chain. These are the muscles that connect your pelvis to your lower back and up to the trapezoid muscle in your upper back. By improving the power, coordination, and integration of these muscles, you may alleviate many chronic musculocellular pain issues, including your lower back. This means foundation training will not only help lower back pain, but also train your muscles to function functionally and may help reduce other pains that results from poor posture or improper use. And then it gets into how he shows you on the video, which is on YouTube. Okay, which is, like I said, I don't have the knowledge to show that to you. But for those who have YouTube, you can put in foundation training and you can pull this up. Okay. For those who don't have access to a computer or a smartphone, you can stop at 3807 East 8 Mile and we can show you there. Most people at Healthwise have a smartphone where we can put it up. If not, you can just call me at 600-8532 and I'll meet you there and I'll show you, because it's just a little 4-minute video. Or you can go to the library where they got free access to computers. And they'll show you how to get online and all of that, and even how to get to the foundation training on YouTube. Because I go. And like I say, they give you some real good information. So if you don't use it, you use it. That's consistently. Getting the nourishments in. The 6 points, the 6 products that Dr. Wilder has used to help get the nourishments into the body, what they use to cure animals of arthritis based on their body weight, is the Ultimate Classic, which has a high doses of vitamins and minerals and amino acids. The Ultimate Osteo FX, which has even more of the calcium, magnesium in it, but it also has the 19,000 milligrams trace minerals in it, plus the plant-derived minerals, which is, again, 19,000 milligrams of trace minerals per bottle. When you take those 3, you end up about 1,800 milligrams of calcium, about 900 milligrams of magnesium, and about 1,800 milligrams of the trace minerals. And all diseases caused by lack of trace minerals. The vitamin D, 10,000 of those a day, which is basically 2 pills. We need the oils. We all need oils. I'm talking about the omega-3s. You can get it in the pill form, and you can get it from chia seed, or flaxseed, or the salmon fish. And the Osteo FX, which is the nourishments that your body takes to rebuild the cartilages. You can buy the pill form or get you a chicken cartilage and make you a chicken broth. And you'll get that glucogel that way, which is something to provide nourishment every day for your joints. Look up this. I'm gonna be incorporating this foundation training because it's just real something easy to do every day. And this the video doesn't take but 4 minutes to demonstrate. So if it take you 10 minutes, it's like dry skin brushing. It takes about 10 minutes to do, but it stimulates your blood system, your lymphatic system so much it's equivalent to half hour worth of exercise. Those things work. The God's plan work. The food works. So there's give us a call at 366 diet. Give us a hug, okay? Cause that works too. Talk to you soon. Peace and love.